What's up, dudes? So, yeah, I'm back. And I'm back for good. Alright, so today, basically, what I wanted to do was basically just make a video on, like, because, I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people have been DMing me in my Discord, asking if it was worth it to buy, what's it called? They're asking me if it was worth it to buy Northwind or not. So, I'm here to prove that. So, this game, it's very, like, when you first start off, it's a very complicated game because people automatically expect to get hundreds of pounds automatically in the snap of a finger, and they just expect everything to come to them rather than them going out. So when you first start, it's really going to be a grindy game. Like, it's really going to be hard. So, like, one of the hardest things is grinding solo, so I strongly recommend joining a faction. You'll be basically meeting friends and people who have mastered in some of these skills. For example, a buddy of mine in my faction has master smithing, so he can basically craft lanterns for me and stuff. I have yet to ask him for one yet, but yeah. So if you join this game, expect it to be very grindy, because it's a very grindy game. Just like, it has to be, because basically Fred, the developer of the game, wanted the game to be historically accurate, so he decided to go ahead and make that happen. So a lot of people have been complaining, saying that, like, oh yeah, it's too much, it's impossible. Well, welcome to the northern frontier. So yeah, that's just how the game goes. You're gonna have to expect the grind. I mean, I had to grind for 4 days straight, and well, not 4 days, maybe like 3 days, because yesterday I kind of screwed off a bit. But I basically played quite a little bit, but I was able to get this far. But don't forget, it also consisted of me fighting a lot of HBC and editing. So yeah, so that's just the first aspect. So if you join this game, it's going to be labor intensive. You can't expect all of the benefits to come to you automatically, because it's really not going to happen that fast. So that's number one. Number two, factions. So factions, they're not out yet. As you can see, it's still pre-alpha. I'm pretty sure it's early access, so it's still being developed. There's still lots of stuff that the developer of the game would rather be working on. Like, here, let me show you. If I can find it. So yeah, in his change logs, he doesn't plan on adding factions until, like, I don't know, a couple of weeks. So as you can see here, he's only been updating, like, game-breaking bugs, because that's really what's gonna make people stay. But I reckon in, like, a couple of weeks, factions are gonna be added, and that's when everything's really gonna boom. So yeah, I mean, factions are obviously still being created. You can still join these factions and raid with them and stuff, but it's, like, not official, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's basically number one. Number two, teamwork. Teamwork is probably one of the largest parts of Redux, and it's probably one of the most, like, it's basically what's going to allow you to be doing all of this shit a lot. So as you can see in some of my videos, you really need the teamwork. You need really good communication skills, so that's why being in a faction is also pretty good. Now, there's lots of reasons why people wanna start playing games, and especially if you have to buy them, because it's also a risk, because you can't really trust what the creator has to say. But in the end, it's your own personal opinion. If you like spending hours on a game and grinding hard, so that you can be the best, it's Northern Frontier for you. It's like Rogue Lineage, you know? If they grind a ton, you get killed, you get looted, you go, you re-grind everything that you have, boom, easy done. I'm not saying it's gonna take as long as Rogue Lineage, but it's still gonna be pretty labor intensive. So yeah, so some people like, you know, games that will keep them distracted for hours and hours upon. And this is a great game for you. if you're more of a fast-paced person, you like fast-paced FPS shooter combat, like fighting and shit, this is not the game for you, because the combat in this game is very, very slow. Unless you got the teamwork of a god and you're able to tell your friends like what to do, where to aim and all that, the game's gonna be very, very fast-paced. But if you're just like alone and you're wanting to chill, it's gonna be very, very slow. So yeah, if you like, so that's the fighting. If you like slow fighting, you know, you want like everybody to have their own purpose in a fight, yeah, sure, Redux is for you, Northwind. If you'd rather just go solo and clap 15 million HBC like NXS Bob did in like the first release of TNF, then this ain't the game for you, because bowling is a pain in the ass. You can't move while you're shooting. It's still very, it's still a great damage output. I could usually go into the specs, but I'm really not on the mode right now. So yeah. Oh, and I also have to say, since the game creator really wanted this game to be really accurate, they basically gave the biggest head start to the HBC. Like, so I'm an HBC for right now, and there's a jail and like lunch. There's a jail here. You know, you could even go and get yourself some stuff. Like, look at this crap. You know, there's a blacksmith station. There's a smelting furnace to make all of this crap. Lunch. There's even like, they even get budgets and banks. Like, you know, budget bank. So the budget and bank is here. Talk to this guy if you're an HBC. This is where you buy stuff, so you can literally buy guns and stuff. Like, look, tanning rack. They even have a tanning rack. They even have a woodworking station on their proximity. Like, fuck, if you're part of my language, but if you're a colonist and you're trying to go and, you know, make yourself an axe or something, you're gonna have to go all the way to St. Paul, unless you got the sneak, like you're a sneak master like myself, and able to sneak around in all black and stay in, and then yeah, sure, you can use this all you want. But trust me, it's gonna be very hard. Because trust me, HBC are roaming all over the place, and once they see you, they want you to get out. I even played music for Karsten, and he even kicked me out. But I can't blame them, it's the rules or whatnot. So yeah, colonists are basically given a, like, they basically have their legs cut down, and they're forced to go fight an opponent who basically has a knife ready to gut the hell out of the colonists. So they're basically given a massive head start, but, you know, being alone and being solo is much worse than being in a team. So if you're in a team and you're all grinding respectively, like one person's grinding hunting and one person's grinding woodworking, one person's grinding leatherworking, you're gonna be set. Like, you're absolutely gonna be set, especially if it's a big faction and everyone's supporting each other. You're gonna get the master very, very fast. So yeah, in the end, teamwork is basically what Redux is about. I can't really make you guys choose if the game is good enough for you guys to join. I think it's an amazing game. You guys should definitely try it out. Note, as I said, it's going to be labor intensive for the first couple of hours, unless you decide to join a faction and then you get supplied automatically. Yeah, it's just, that's how it is. So that was a quickie for today. I might post another one later. So I'm gonna bring this to video editing, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.